Nigeria Super Falcons and South Africa's Banyana Banyana are currently locked in a high-stakes WAFCON playoff in Casablanca, with a place in the FIFA Women's World Cup qualification pathway at stake. Both sides were knocked out in the WAFCON quarterfinals, Nigeria losing 1-0 to Cameroon and South Africa suffering a 2-1 defeat to host Morocco. Well, ordinarily, this is the part where I would say Ola Dimeji, but in fact, it's Iya Dimeji, because the Super Falcons are currently losing by 2-0 to South Africa. Okwe, you've been following that match. Please, how did this happen?
Well, from a corner kick by Katlana herself, she decided to take the corner kick. There was a clearance by Uche Nakanu, but no one was willing to go mark Refilo Jane, who got the ball at the edge of the box. She took a fantastic shot, and sadly, it deflected off Jennifer Echegini, and it got into the net.
Wale, this is a crisis, yeah?
Yeah, but once again, it's a crisis that was always coming.
Or is it a crisis of our making?
Yes, I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm even happy that I'm being proved correct here.
Oh, you being proved correct? You predicted this?
Number one, I predicted we're never going to win the WAFCON, and I also predicted it was going to be a struggle to qualify for the World Cup. And even when we got this reprieve of a playoff, I posted, if anybody saw it, that I'm not even sure that we're going to beat South Africa. You know, because of the underlying things that we've been seeing. Even when we lost in the quarterfinal to Cameroon, I'm not sure we really did play well, especially in the first half. So it is what it is. And in a sane climb, you know, heads should be rolling for things like this. I want to imagine what Ibrahim Gusso is going through right now. Someone has to really pay, because it's been a disastrous last couple of months or year for Nigeria football. First, the Super Eagles back-to-back non-qualification for the World Cup. Just last week, the Flying Eagles messed up in Yamoussoukro. You know, don't get me started with the under-17 team, right?
Some will go back and even said even our failure to qualify for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games.
Yeah, the football
is there as well. But I mean, why are you calling him Ibrahim Gusso? He's not the only one there. There's an executive board. Are you saying that the entire board should resign?
The can falls on him. It's the leader of the pack. It's the president of the Nigeria Football Federation. I'm not going to blame those players. I'm not going to blame the Super Falcons as a brand. They've won this competition 10 times. That is credit. They deserve at least to have a bad day in the office. What I'm blaming, especially when Rashad Ajibade was saying that the criticism has been unfair, what I'm blaming is the system that has led to this. And that system involves coaching. That system involves leadership. We went into this competition without playing a friendly match.
No, we did play a friendly match.
We didn't play a friendly game.
We played a friendly match. We played against Senegal, I believe.
No,
yeah.
That was, I think, a month or so before. We didn't play close to the tournament, right? And the preparation was not ideal. Looked like these players were coming from their villages or wherever. Some even reported overweight to camp or something like that. So there is a leadership problem, and it is coming from the top. And that's why I don't know any member of the board again. The only person I know every time is Ibrahim Gusso. So he needs to take responsibility for this disaster, because all of this now just sums up Nigeria football as a whole.
Okwe, are we being unfair? I mean, because first, yesterday it was Justin Madugu. Now it's Ibrahim Gusso. Are we just looking for scapegoats?
For me, it was never Justin Madugu, even if he could be held accountable for maybe his team selection.
Okay, if you say it's not Madugu, is it Gusso?
Yeah, but you see, just like Wale said, it's not just one individual, it's not just one factor. It's a systemic issue. So if we're talking about a systemic issue, we're talking about, first of all, the head of that system, the head of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusso, the technical crew. You know, aside us not playing good number of friendly games before this tournament, not playing quality friendly games before the tournament, and also let's not forget that last year, in fact, not just last year, over the last 2 years, we have missed the chances to play good preparatory games during the international window for women's football.
So this is where I come in. You can't really blame the Nigerian Football Federation if that happens. We've actually set up
some of these windows.
Sorry,
we didn't prepare the women. We didn't say
even the ones
different when Jamaica pulled out from it.
Exactly. Even the ones that we set up, some of these teams pulled out. Cape Verde pulled out. Jamaica pulled out. Ghana pulled out.
Like he was
How
saying,
is that our fault?
Those are not they are not quality. You mentioned Cape Verde. They only came to the summit for the first time.
So who should we play?
Jamaica.
The United States?
Who's Jamaica in the scheme of things? Ghana were playing England. They lost that game, I think, 2-0. The second goal didn't come until later on in the game.
Just so you know, hold on.
Zambia.
Hold on.
Zambia were
Wale, hold on. that friendly match was at the behest of England. Ghana didn't approach England.
So why didn't they also behest us, if I can use that word? We are Africa's #1 team. So why is Africa's #1 team at the women's game not attractive at the behest of the big teams across the world? Because I remember that was Aisha Falode was giving an explanation back then why we're not playing those friendlies, and she was saying that teams were pulling out. But I'm saying, are we not attractive enough to have top teams come play us, or we go play them?
It's a very intriguing question, but the bigger question now is that this is just another, do I say milestone, or do I say another another collapse, another domino? Wait, hold on, Wale. Okay. In the scheme of things for the Nigeria Football Federation, the question now is, what do we do? There is an NFF elections coming up next month. A lot of people have said that, well, it's fait accompli. They expect Ibrahim Gouzo to be re-elected. Sheikh Wandegba, former international, has also said that he will be going to court to stop that election and have somebody look at the statutes again, probably looking to expand the voting, the electoral process from 44 individuals to even something much larger. How do we resolve this now, Wale?
There is no quick fix. And to Mathematical, the legend, when they were amending the statutes months ago, where was he? Where were the stakeholders? That was the proper time to be able to make sure that you can amend the system that produces your president. Where were they? Because FIFA are going to tell you on what basis are you praying to the court or wherever that this election should be moved. So there is no quick fix. Trust me, whoever replaces Ibrahim Gouzo, if you are going to replace him, it's still the same of the same, right? So we have fundamental problems that needs to be really...
So how do we resolve them? Do we do Scotch-State policy? Do we have government intervene and have the FIFA ban? And while on that ban, we can resolve our football issues?
No.
Is that the way to go?
I think I would lean forward to what Alhaji Gamba Gobe said. You know, we need to change that system of how the NFF is being run. You know, I think less of that political interference, a change in personnel as well, and get a proper technical team. Last but not the least, put the square pegs in the square holes. We need to put the right individuals in the right places.
Are you saying that the members of the executive committee are not square pegs in square holes?
They are not competent.
Like Okwe said, we need proper people who are intentional about the game. Ariwala, big shout to him. But did you guys see the MPFL draws? Did you see the way it was conducted?
Should have been better.
Does it look like the right people in charge?
We've got private football.
It could have been a bit more glamorous.
Trust me, if you're watching TCC, a private league for grassroots club, they'll do better than that, right? The Lagos Liga will do better than that.
Someone will say Valley Jet Cup.
So we have problems that cut across.
Systemic.
Yeah, exactly. So with the women's game, it's not something that will just snap our finger and it's going to just change. We've winged it for a long while. All the AFCONs we've accumulated. We accumulated it because we were clearly the better team in Africa. We won 7-0. We won 12-0 aggregate on qualifiers, you know, and the rest of Africa were just, but now imagine that we did not consolidate on that position, and the rest of Africa caught up with us. In fact, not just Africa. We started playing women's football at professional level than other European countries. Colombia is a better side than us. Spain are a better side than us. So that's exactly Italy are there. England only started playing professional women's game, I think, maybe mid-90s or thereabouts.
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah.
So we have to ask ourselves a lot of questions, not only in the women's game.
Spain, where did Spain come from?
This is what happened tonight, or what has been happening with women's football, just helps you understand where we are, where Nigeria football is right now. Nigeria football is sick.
Okay.
Isn't it a shame that we've got someone like Michael Emenalo, who spent many years at Chelsea as a sporting director, got poached to the Saudi League to take charge of the global development of Saudi League football?
Okay, are you...
Okay. I can go on and on.
So are you saying that these people, are you saying that they should now become NFF president, or they should just be co-opted into the system in one way or the other?
When you made a post a couple of weeks ago?
Yes.
When Emenalo left the Saudi...
I got a lot of backlash for that.
And Tunde posted that the Nigerian government should, as a matter of immediacy, have a face-to-face talk with this guy and see how we can get our football up and running. That's what we should be doing. That is what we should be doing.
But there are those who accuse me of saying that we are looking for a messiah.
No. See, the truth of the matter is, if you are looking for a messiah, it's not a bad thing.
Of course
it is not a bad thing. Look at where we are. Look at our coach. Credit to Justin Madugu. but it's not fit for purpose. He won the last WAFCON, right? But it's not fit for purpose. Look
hold on. Wale. Don't, at the same tournament, there was also Jorge Vilda, coach of the former Spanish national team, World Cup winner.
Yeah.
He didn't get to the final.
Yeah.
The coach of Ivory Coast as well, Ronald, what's his name?
Pedros.
The
Cameroonian coach is the former under-20 coach.
Exactly. All of them failed.
What I want to tell you.
Why are you calling them Medugu?
What they failed, right? But
None of them is an African champion.
What you fail to realize is that when you look at these countries you mentioned, Morocco, Algeria, even Cameroon, who have
Côte d'Ivoire,
coach, look at their trajectory. Does it look like they're on the downward or they're on the upward?
They're on the ascendancy.
Look at us. Do we look like we're on the ascendancy or we are at the descendant?
We are going down.
So
But speaking about, still talking about the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Ghana's Ministry of Sports and Recreation has denied claims that members of the Black Queens are owed outstanding per diems from their 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations campaign in Morocco. The ministry said the players and eligible officials received their allowances in advance on the 29th of July, covering the 26th of July to the 7th of August, with a second payment made on August 11 for their extended stay through August 14. It said signed allowance sheets confirm the players and the payments, and that no government per diem obligation remained as at the 12th of August. The ministry acknowledged an outstanding winning bonus from the group stage victory over Cape Verde, explaining that payment is undergoing financial processing. It also rejected claims of an unpaid WAFCON qualification bonus, saying no bonus was approved for the qualifiers against Egypt. Well, it's always government against players anyway, but for the Black Queens, they have something to celebrate. At least, well, they will be going to the World Cup playoffs, a chance to get to the tournament proper. Now, Malawi's remarkable debut campaign at the WAFCON reached another historic milestone yesterday as the Scorchers defeated Algeria 3-1 to secure their first ever appearance in the tournament's final. Football Association of Malawi President Fleetwood Haya has credited sustained investment in youth development for Malawi's impressive run at the tournament. Let's listen to him.
For the win, but we are not carried away. We know there is one game to go, which is in the finals. But congratulations to the girls. You know, we have been saying that if you give a girl child or if you give even a boy child an opportunity to showcase their talent, the chances are very likely that they can showcase. FIFA believed in us. Infantino Gianni believed in our project. He funded us. CAF President Motsepe believed in the youth. He introduced the CAF school tournaments that most of our players are playing. You can see in our team we have got more under 20 players. They are coming from such a tournament. So in short, I'm thankful to government, Malawi government. I'm thankful to FIFA and the entire leadership. And also, I'm not taking away from the players. You know, if you look at our team, we built our team by maybe 2 or 3 strong players. And we made sure that we zeal in properly with the youngsters. So thanks to the technical team, to the players. Most thanks also should go to the supporters and people at home who have been interceding and playing for us.
Well, congratulations to the Scorchers of Malawi who qualified for their first ever CAF final, either for men or women. We'll be having a very special guest tomorrow joining us to talk about the rise of Malawian women's football and can their men also replicate that as well.